Visiting with Huell Howser is made possible through a generous grant from the Ralph M. Parsons Foundation.
Well, hello everybody, I'm Huell Howser. Get ready for a clean adventure. That's right, isn't it, Dolly?
That's right.
All right, we are now standing in Old Pasadena on Fair Oaks Avenue. We are inside the soap kitchen. I am standing with Dolly Yu, who owns this business, and as your apron says, she will work for soap, right, Dolly?
I will, yes, that's what I do.
Well, tell us exactly where we are and what this place is all about.
Well, the soap kitchen is where we actually hand make everything from scratch. All of our soaps and bath and body products we make from scratch right here in our kitchen.
In the lab, back in the back. We're going to be spending most of the afternoon back there.
We will. I will show you how it's done and what we do. So.
Now, you are accompanied in this venture by your mom. Her name is?
Eva.
Give us a wave. And your laboratory assistant over there, his name?
That's Chad.
Give us a wave, Chad.
He works for soap, and he truly works for soap. That's all he gets.
Well, I got to tell you right off the bat, this place smells good when you walk in here.
Thank you.
So you've got a lot of scented soaps?
Yes, but it's all natural. So we don't use any synthetic fragrances or colors or preservatives. We use all natural essential oils. So no perfumes or anything too strong or overpowering.
Because it smells good, but you don't have any of this perfume or anything.
Nope, no perfumes at all.
You do have something. I'm looking at this right over your shoulder. What is this?
These are our salt scrubs that we make here from scratch as well, and they're great for exfoliating and moisturizing. There's some really great Dead Sea salts and oils and essential oils and some herbs.
Salt scrubs. Mm-hmm. So what would you do? I'm not up to speed on this. I've never had a salt scrub. What do you do? Buy that and just...
You can use it all over your body, wherever you have dry skin and you want to exfoliate and moisturize. So you scrub off your dead skin and rinse off and dry off, and you feel really like baby soft skin.
Now you've got some new age kind of music playing in the background. So this is a kind of a place where people come who are kind of cutting edge, but at the same time, this is old-fashioned. It doesn't get any more basic than soap.
Exactly. We're going back to basics. We do it the old-fashioned way, and except we don't use animal fats. All of our soaps are vegetable-based. Our main ingredient is olive oil. So, but the process is still the same, the way they used to do it centuries ago.
So this is good soap.
Definitely.
It has the good stuff in it.
Exactly.
Because there's a lot of bad soap out there, isn't there?
Yes,
Let's don't talk too much about it.
No, we won't, unfortunately.
But a lot of the soap you buy in the grocery store is not that good for you, is it?
No, it's not, actually. That's why we've gotten such an amazing response here on our products. People who try it love it, and they get hooked on it, and it's like a new addiction.
Yeah, well, I don't know about the soap, but I'm going to try one of these scrubs.
Sure.
I may have to get one of those to take home and try that.
Definitely.
But we're getting ready to leave the front part of the store here with all of these beautiful soap displays and all of these wonderful sights and smells, and the rest of our adventure is going to be back in the back. You can barely see it from here, but we're going back into the kitchen to make some soap from scratch, the old-fashioned way. Okay, we are in the kitchen. I keep wanting to say laboratory, but it is a kitchen, and I have no idea what's happening back here. We haven't rehearsed this.
No, we haven't.
What are we gonna see here?
We're basically gonna make soap from scratch, and what I've done is we've weighed oils into this big oil tank, and I heat it up so that it's at the right temperature when we mix everything, and we're gonna open the spout and have a bunch of oil come in.
Let's open the spout. Let's see the oil coming out. Now, what kind of oil is this?
In this tank, I've put palm oil and coconut oil, and I'm also going to add olive oil to this whole mixture. The main ingredient is olive oil, so okay. I'm going to add that right after I do the palm and coconut.
All right, now we're ready to see it gushing out.
Okay.
Where's the oil?
It's coming.
Oh! There it comes. Now that is what oil again?
Palm and coconut.
Palm oil and
coconut.
coconut oil, and these are natural.
Yes, they're
Oil.
vegetable oils.
Now, how do you know how much to put in there?
Looking at the scale back here.
Uh-huh. So you're scaling it out.
Right, and I've developed my own blend of oils, like percentages of different oils that I want to put in my soaps. So this is my own proprietary recipe that I've developed here.
All right, what's next?
Okay, I put a little bit too much, so I'm gonna take out just a little bit.
So it's really down to the, you got to get it exactly right.
Exactly, it's a very precise process, and that's why we weigh everything instead of just using measuring cups. And
Wow, you mean that little extra amount could make that much difference in the way the soap turns out?
exactly.
Okay, what are we going to do with that oil? Just
I'm gonna
kind of
just
put it
put
off
it
to the
aside.
side. Okay, we're getting that out of the way, and then you're doing what next?
And then I'm gonna add olive oil, which is in here. This is our big drum of olive oil that we use.
Now this is regular olive oil, like the kind you use on in food.
Yes, it's
You
food
eat.
grade. Yes, it's food grade olive oil, and we use a lot of it, as you can tell.
Wow. Okay. Do you need any help on this? Or?
Let me see. No, I think I got it.
All right. You're used to doing this.
Yes, I am. Okay. Kind of heavy.
I
but-
feel guilty not helping, but I really. Here it goes. There goes the olive oil.
And I'm gonna need a little more than this, so I have some on the side that I'm gonna add to this.
Boy, you really have this recipe down to the ounce.
Yes,
You would
have
think
to.
in this much volume it wouldn't make any difference.
You would think, but it's actually, yeah, like I said, a really precise process.
All right, we're standing back. There goes the rest of the olive oil. This soap is heavy on olive oil. Now, Dolly, they didn't have olive oil back in the pioneer days when they were making soap, did they?
Actually, they did. So,
Really?
actually, it started, the soap making became established in Europe, actually, back in the 700s, in Italy and
Okay,
Spain.
so they did have olive oil.
Exactly. They used a lot of olive oil, too.
But I was thinking of the pioneers in America. I've seen the pictures of the pioneer women with the big pots, the iron pots. Did they put olive oil in that soap?
Most of those soaps were made with animal fats, actually.
That's what I thought.
Exactly. So.
And you don't use animal fats.
I don't.
Now it gets interesting because, Dolly, what are we looking at right now?
This is a bucket of lye solution that I'm going to add to the oils.
A bucket of lye solution. And just because we are in proximity to it, you're wearing gloves, I'm wearing glasses in case it splashes. Here is the bucket of lye, the powdered lye, caution, lye. And that's it.
That's it.
Now, this is what there used to be lye soap. That's what the pioneer women were making.
Exactly.
But they weren't wearing protective glasses and gloves when they made it, were they?
They probably were, actually. It would be irritating if it got on your skin, if it contacted your skin
What
directly.
is lye?
It's caustic soda or sodium hydroxide. It comes from salt.
So they got their lye in the early days from salt.
Yes, from salt, or way back when, before they discovered they could get it from salt, they got it from wood ashes. Wow. There's an alkali that's in the wood ashes.
And this is an important part of soap making still today.
Exactly.
Lye is.
It's a necessity.
What does that do to the...
There's a natural chemical reaction that takes place when the oils are mixed with the lye.
Wow.
And it starts to heat up naturally, and the oils will neutralize the lye in a period of about 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks.
Wow. I don't think most people, I certainly didn't know about this. I'm going to stand way back now.
Yes.
Because you've got me scared to death of this lye. But there she comes. She's going to pour the lye into all this olive oil and the other oils that you put in here.
Exactly. I'm going to
Okay.
lock the wheels so
Lock
I don't
the wheels.
go anywhere.
Here comes the lye. Watch out, Cameron. Don't let it splash on you.
Okay, stand back.
And you've diluted that lye down quite a bit already, haven't you?
Right, yeah, it's the solution that I make, and you have to have the right amount of water with it. It's, again, part of the recipe and percentages. And
Now, can we get up close to it now and look down in there? Here it is. Now, what's going on in there now that the lye has been added to the oil?
there will be a reaction that's going to take place, especially once I start mixing it.
It looks like it's bubbling already.
A little bit, yeah. It's
So
going
wait a
to...
minute, you're going to mix this?
I am, with a high-speed blender.
We better stand back for this too, right? Because we don't want this to splash on us.
Splashing. So this is going to get loud.
Okay, here you go. Wow, look down in here, Cameron. Can you see this? This is amazing. It's changed colors.
Exactly. It's starting to become opaque and thicken. It'll get thick enough where we can pour it into the molds, and
Wow.
and whatever we add to it, texture, things will suspend in it. So,
Now, could you just dry this out right now, let it set, and this would be soap right here?
it's not mixed enough. You would need to make sure you mix it so that it turns almost white.
Well, let's go back to the mixing.
And in the old days, just so you know, they used to have to hand mix everything.
Wow.
So it would take hours before it was mixed well enough.
Well, those are the pictures of the women with the big ladles, with the big
Exactly.
wooden stirrs
Exactly. They would have to stir for hours.
over a
And-
heated fire that
Exactly.
was going.
They need to make sure that it stays at a certain temperature, that it doesn't cool too fast, so in order for the reaction to take place.
Okay, she's going back at it. This is sure a lot easier than the pioneer ladies had it when they were doing the same thing. While Dolly is mixing the soap in there, the oil and the lye together, I've come back out front and I'm meeting with her mom. Your name is?
Eva,
Eva. And your job is doing what out here?
yes, like packaging for all kind of party favor.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So she's got you doing the packaging.
yes,
Here's the raw soap right here, and you wrap it up.
yeah, you're all handmade.
Now, did your family have a tradition of making soap, or is this something new that Dolly has gotten everybody into? You'd never been in this
I never
business.
been this.
So this is all new to you, too.
This
It's
is-
new to me,
yeah,
too.
All new for me.
But I tell you what, oh boy, this smells good. This is good soap. What is this called?
This called ultra relaxation.
Ultra relaxation.
Yeah,
Wow. In other words, if you use it, you're more relaxed.
yeah, that's right.
Back in the kitchen, and now we're getting ready to add some other ingredients. And I got to tell you, what is this smell? It smells great. Look what's inside here.
That is lemongrass and peppermint essential oil. I've mixed-
Lemongrass and peppermint essential oil.
That's what gives our soaps the scent. So this is one of the scents. It's very strong,
Wow.
isn't it?
Now, can I help you? Do I just
Sure.
pour this in?
You can do that for me. That
All
would be
right.
great. You have
So-
your goggles on.
I got the goggles on, so you're going to mix it in. Oh, wow, look how it hits. Wow. I've never made soap before. All right.
You're an expert.
Yeah, I'm really doing a lot. Now, what about this? Do I help you with this?
Yes, you can add that as well.
What is this?
This is cornmeal. This will give our soap texture.
Cornmeal.
Yes, this is an exfoliating soap, so when you rub it on your skin, you'll feel like a good amount of texture.
There goes the cornmeal. This is fun. Okay, there goes the cornmeal. And the next ingredient is the...
Peppermint leaves. These are crushed peppermint leaves.
Boy, that has a nice smell to it,
Doesn't
too.
it?
So they just put this in the same way? Boy, it looks good. It smells good. And you're just mixing all of that together. Now, for different types of soap, you would put in different ingredients, right?
Exactly.
So what stays the constant? The oils and the lye. And then all this extra stuff is what separates the different types of soap you have.
Exactly. So it'll smell different, it'll look different, and it'll feel a little bit different.
Yeah. All right. She's mixing it up, and then we're going to get ready for the next step. Looks like we're making soup, but we're making soap. Now we're pouring the soap, and look at how it has thickened up. It's really got a very thick consistency to it now.
Yes, it
What
does.
caused it to suddenly get so thick?
The chemical reaction, actually, that takes place. The oils are reacting with
Look
the lye.
at this. This is the strangest looking stuff. So you just pouring this into, what are these, just big molds?
Yeah, these are big molds that that hold about almost 100 pounds. Each block is almost 50 pounds
Wow.
of soap.
Whoa. So you've made a big batch of soap here.
Yes, this is a full batch.
This is so interesting, just looking at the consistency of it here, the way it looks when it's going into the mold. It's very thick and very interesting looking. It's almost like it's gelling almost in front of us.
Exactly. It's starting to thicken very quickly now, and it's important to
Should
pour
I move
it.
this over here?
Let's see. Should we turn? Yeah, we can turn it.
So you just go like this. Don't spill any of it.
So if you wait too long, it'll get so thick that you'll have to start scooping it in, which I don't like to do.
Boy, it smells good.
Thank you.
Wow, it smells good. I've got the cardboard. You've already put the saran wrap over the filled molds of soap. I'm putting that down there. You're putting the towel on top of that, and I have no idea why we're doing this.
There's still a chemical reaction that's taking place, and it's going to heat up even more overnight, and we need to keep it insulated so that it does reach the correct temperature.
So it's doing stuff down in there. It's still making soap. It's still,
Exactly.
the chemical process is still working.
It's still reacting, yes.
All right, well, out with the still reacting soap. Now, this is going to sit there for how long?
For 48 hours.
48 hours. And then here is the soap that I assume has been sitting here for 48 hours.
Exactly.
And you're getting ready to do what with this soap?
We're going to be cutting these blocks, and these are ready to be cut, and then we lay them out and let them cure for 3 weeks before we sell them.
Wow. Well, let's watch what you're doing here, because I've never watched this happen before. Oh, that just pops right off. And here's the cutter right here. Look at this thing. This is great. It's just got the wire, and you just cut it.
A wire cutter, yes. This makes it a lot easier for me.
So how hard is it going to be to push down through this soap?
It shouldn't be too hard. I use most of my body weight. That's
This
why I
is
have
going to
it.
be interesting to see
That's
this.
why I have it down on the ground, so I can just lean into it. Okay. I'm gonna actually get on top of it.
That's okay. This is fascinating to watch you do this. This is...
Okay.
There it goes. Wow. So you've made about,
Loaves.
what, 15?
Yeah, I
16
actually have.
loaves. Oh, look how, oh, look.
Let's see.
And you know, even, it's still warm.
It is.
Oh, look at the color of this. And you know what? It's like you're holding a loaf of bread. I mean, it is a loaf. Look
It
at
is.
this.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
I'm just as fascinated as you are. Actually, every batch that I open is different. So,
Oh, when
I mean,
you cut it and it just comes to life like this.
Exactly.
Wow. And to hold this and know that you made this
From scratch.
from scratch, this is absolutely wonderful. Let's take another look at it. It's called
Lavender eucalyptus with shea butter.
Lavender Eucalyptus with Shea Butter. A loaf of it. Smile. They're working away like little soap mice back here in the back, packaging it all up.
Yes,
This is
they
a family business. This
It
is your
is.
business.
It is. I get a lot of help from my family and friends, as you can see.
But you're competing with the big companies.
Yes, there are a lot of big companies out there selling soap, but very few who do it the way we do.
Yeah, and when people come in here, they know that all the soap that they see, all the soap that they buy, you have made it with your own hands.
Exactly.
From your own recipe.
Exactly, and from scratch.
And I'm looking over here. Do people buy a whole loaf of soap at a time?
They do. They take this whole thing home and put
Cut it
it
themselves?
and cut it themselves. It makes a great display in the bathroom,
And what is this on the top of this loaf?
that's lavender buds and oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
Yes.
Now, what does oatmeal add to the mix?
It's exfoliating as well. It gives it some texture.
texture.
I mix it inside the soap and sprinkle some on top.
Wow, this is so interesting. Let's talk a little bit about the history. How old is soap? It goes way back, doesn't it?
There's been evidence of people boiling, fats and wood ashes as far back as 2500 BC.
BC.
But it really didn't become an established craft until about 700 AD.
And since then,
Since,
soap has pretty much been a staple in most people's lives.
exactly. Well, in the beginning, around 700, it was really meant for, or actually only available to the very wealthy. So it was a luxury, a very, very nice
Well, let's
luxury.
talk about the price, because this soap that you make is not, it's more expensive than the soap that you would buy, the mass marketed soap in the stores.
It's a little bit more expensive, but you save in other ways. You don't have to use as much lotion because it doesn't dry your skin out as much as the commercial soaps do. And also, our soaps last longer than your typical commercial soaps. They don't melt away as quickly, so...
And they have all the right stuff in them. There's nothing in here that's harmful
No, not
to
at
you,
all.
except for the lye that we had to have.
But that's completely neutralized by the time, the 3 weeks that we let it cure. So there's no more lye left in the soap at all.
Okay, I've learned a lot. This is amazing. I mean, there's soap. We're surrounded by soap, and it is such a wonderful thing to know that soap is being made
The old-fashioned
the
way.
old-fashioned way. How did you get into this? Why did you decide to do this?
Well, the first time I tried these types of soaps, I was hooked. I mean, I couldn't go back to using any other soaps. A friend of mine made some at home, and she gave them away as gifts, and I was lucky enough to try some. And like I said, I was hooked.
Yeah, but there's a difference between being hooked on using them and being hooked on making them.
Yes, it actually became a passion of mine once I started learning more about it and, learning about the benefits to your body and the environment. It became a passion of mine. I decided I needed to learn how to make it and have more people experience it. I don't think everybody's tried these types of soaps, and, it's a great way for me to just let more people experience it.
Wow. Well, I'm going to take a loaf of oatmeal soap home with me.
Okay.
And I'm going to let you know how this turns out.
Okay.
I'm really looking forward to this. I know I've learned a lot. I know our viewers have learned a lot.
Oh, good.
The ancient methods of soap making, the old-fashioned way, and you do it with all the right stuff. There's nothing in here that's harmful.
Right.
And the beauty of it all is that when you come in here and buy this soap, you know that it was made with the hands of this lady right here, who is passionate about it and who does a wonderful job making it. Thank you very, very much.
Pleasure having you here.
Come on down to Old Pasadena and say hello to Dolly and her mother, and you'll recognize her right away. She's the one wearing the apron that says, "We'll work for soap." And soap is working for you just fine down here in Old Pasadena.
Yes, it is.
We've had an absolutely wonderful and a squeaky clean day down here at the Soap Kitchen. Doesn't get any better than this. Dolly pulled it right off the shelf. California's Gold Soap.
Made just for you.
What's in here?
This is lemongrass and ginger with shea butter soap. And it looks like gold. So I made it for you.
This is very exciting. Our own brand of soap right down here. So come on down and get some California's. Do I get a cut? No, I don't get a cut.
We can talk about that
All
later.
the proceeds go to you. I don't get any money off this thing. This is just exciting to see this. California's Gold Soap. It'll clean you up and you'll smell good too.
Exactly.
Visiting with Huell Howser is made possible through a generous grant from the Ralph M. Parsons Foundation.
It's all about the soap. The soap kitchen is definitely worth a visit. And if you'd like to see this particular adventure again or share it with family or friends, it's available on video cassette and on DVD. All you have to do is call 1-800-266-5727 and we'll be glad to send it to you right away. And by the way, you should try some of that California's Gold soap. It'll definitely leave you with a golden glow.